Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We just had a thing that said that whoever comes in next has to either do an interpretive dance or
Oh, I can make it.
a.
She will.
She will do it, yeah.
I don't think anyone in this group is daunted by that sort of thing.
I would be.
I think we do fine.
Not a performer.
Were you able to get your vouchers for the Hale Jersey Boys?
So we're adopting minutes. Is that what we're doing?
Yep, first item.
Do we
You want
have
me
a
to pass
motion
these around,
to
Pete?
approve the
They've already
minutes
had 'em.
from the March 21st meeting, which I apologize for not being at. That was the day of my gala. So I was a little busy that day,
How was that?
especially that late in the day. Anyway, it was wonderful, but sorry, I was not here. I asked to be excused, but I am not excused on here. Anyway,
It was noted.
do we have a motion for the minutes?
I'll motion.
Thank you. Second? Second. Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? Great. Do we have a quorum? We're good?
We're good.
All right. Do we have anybody on there?
Nobody's on digital. No.
All right. Care process update. Is that you?
Yep. So we did the care presentations this last 2 weeks, and there was a record number of applicants, 3 times what we've ever had. Yeah. So, I don't know if like getting the word out on care is like, we're now victims of our own success.
You're right.
But it was great. Like, so there'll be some new for the ambassadors program. There'll be some new people to meet, some new groups to promote. And it just
How
seems
many
like
were mid and how many were mini?
I'm not sure. The fact that they kind of like blended it all together, it wasn't really separated that way anymore. But I mean, we can ask Trevor or somebody.
So how many was that then?
I mean, it was over 30, 40, maybe even.
Good.
It was a bunch. It was 3 full nights of presentations,
Nice.
from like 5 to 9. And they're 10-minute presentations.
Full nights.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went and presented on behalf of the Arts Council that lighting project we were going to do on the stage.
Mhm.
And I knew I was in trouble when they said, we could either fund your lights or pay for 4 choirs. So, so we didn't get any money for the lights on the stage. But that's okay. We'll find another way to do it, I think.
How much were you asking?
4,200. But just because,
For
Permanent
the
lights.
yeah, to do some nice permanent lighting out at the stage. But like they said, there's just so many applicants. I think maybe in a previous year we would have got it, but just because they were trying to spread essentially the same amount of money across 3 times as many people, we didn't get it. So we'll have to get creative. Can you bake?
No.
Okay, all right. Bake sale.
Great baking at my house.
Nice. No, we'll find a way. There were.
Face painting.
Oh, there we go. See, everyone has skills that they can bring to the table for the lights, but
We just need like 420 faces painted at
Mhm.
$10 a piece.
yeah,
Right.
we can get that at
Funny.
yeah.
In one day. One
Yeah.
afternoon.
We can get that. We can get that at Orem Fest. Get your supplies ready. But
So were there
Pretty
groups
simple.
that were applying for renewal that ended up getting less money that they did last time
Yeah.
because of the?
yeah, a few got cut back. There's a bunch of new ones, but it was just the nature of so many groups, but the same amount of money.
When you say a few got come back, have they already deliberated?
No.
Oh.
This is just what they're telling me. So this is all on the DL, of course. I just want to report back on our project has already been denied, but
Could our project, does it have to go in that niche or could it go in some other niche of care?
talking with Tyler Pay and Jeff Lamson, he thought there's probably maybe like we could do it out of the parks budget. We could do it out of like the street lighting budget or the same budget that we do lights on out of. Like there's other avenues to get it done. It's just they just didn't feel like it was
But not this money.
they didn't want to spend care money on this.
But we still can possibly do it.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on the project. We just have to find other ways to do it. So, but yeah, I just so we'll probably know like Mayish who the new groups are. And so we'll probably at that, whether depending on when it happens, we'll either do it in May or June, make new assignments for care because there's going to be a bunch of new people to connect with.
Okay, anything else on care, so what's the next in the process? Those are done? And then, so that's March, then what happens in April?
So now, yeah, now the council will hear the budget presentations and deliberate, and then probably Mayish, we'll know, May, June, like what the finals are.
May is when they finalize, and then June they do contracts, right?
Mhm.
In
Yeah,
July
and then
they
the
do
budget passes
distribution.
in July, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, UVU Arts Museum Tour.
Yeah, I put this on here just to make sure, I think everything's good to go, right?
To go, I'll confirm with them, but they seemed good with was that the 18th?
I believe so. Yeah, whatever that third Friday is.
Yeah, so next month, this month they're loading in an exhibit right now, so I feel like today was a good day to go. But next month they'll have, I can't remember if it's the faculty show or if it's like the final BFA students will be loaded in, so there's like an exhibit that will be going, so they felt like that was a better time
Yeah.
for the museum, so April it is.
So we meet there.
Mhm.
Yep, so we'll just have our meeting there and we'll just do the tour. Lunch will be provided. And that'll be the whole meeting. It's just the tour.
Well, that'd be an awesome tour.
Yeah.
right? So I'm not gonna be there, because I'm gonna be at Kentucky the Citizen Tax. Have fun with that. Sounds great. I'll go on my.
I
own
was
time.
saying, pop by there
I'm
another
gonna
time.
go.
Yeah, if you haven't been to the space, I'm excited for you all to see it. It really is quite lovely.
Yeah, it'll be Good Friday
So
and it'll be a Good Friday.
where is it?
Excuse me, I
It's UVU, but
It's
Where
not
do we
at
meet?
UVU, it's the Bastion Mansion that's back behind like Walmart back in there.
that's right. Up 2007.
1600s.
We'll have to, for the invite for next month, maybe we should include a little map.
Great idea.
Right.
But you know, it's back, it has parking, so like when you're in a neighborhood and then all of a sudden it's there and you pull through the gates. And when you pull through, there's signage that will take you up to a little parking lot. And then you wind a path back down to the front of the house, which is the front of the museum. That's the only way to enter. So that's where we'll meet there.
Yeah, the address is 260 West, 1800 South. Yeah. So it's hard to miss though, when you get over that way.
800.
1800. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess in the next reminder, you'll maybe send.
Yeah. We'll make sure that one is,
additional Directions.
uh-huh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
just a reminder that we're meeting there, so.
Yeah, so nobody shows up here. We'll leave a sticky note on the door. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they'll probably be doing here at that point. Yep.
Is that close, huh?
Yep, the grand opening is the 22nd of
Really?
April.
Is that what we
What?
can do in May? Can we have like a tour of the new?
Huh? Absolutely.
Oh, Is what?
April 22nd.
April 22nd. Yeah, you'll get an invite. We just, that's right.
Exciting.
Grand opening of the city center?
Mhm. So there'll be a big ceremony and we'll do some fun things and there'll be tours but we'll be sure that everyone gets a chance to go through the building at our next Arts Council, at the May Arts Council meeting. We'll do that as part of it.
And we'll have a place to meet over there. That's so.
No, we'll have so many places. We'll have like, you know, what do you want to do? First floor, second floor, third floor, rooftop, lounge, balcony.
It'll be May, so let's stop.
Okay, that'll be beautiful. That'll be nice.
Nice thinking now.
Nice. Utah Jazz Court.
Yeah, so a new outdoor basketball court is coming to Windsor Park, and it's partnership with Utah Jazz and the Clyde companies. And so it'll be purple and it'll have a big Jazz logo in the middle, but we also want to make this an art project. And so we have an artist on board. He does kind of like, have you seen like how Crumble does all their stuff, where it's that kind of icon style? So that's his style too. But he wants ideas from the Arts Council on things to feature. We want to make it fun. We want to make it Utah, Orem, just like really engaging. And it's going to be, big and purple. So it'll be
Painted on the
fun.
court.
Uh-huh. Yeah, stenciled. And so just kind of like we have this
So
big
the Utah
cement
Jazz will
pad.
be at center court and
Uh-huh.
we'll be doing stuff.
Yeah, so we can fill it up however we want, as long as we don't touch the Clyde logo and the Jazz logo. Other than that, we can do whatever we want. So he was just looking for some inspiration from the Arts Council on things you'd like to see. Kind of worked into the design, things that say either Utah, things that say Orem.
What famous basketball players have come out of Orem?
Ronnie Price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis Hansen. I think there's been others. I mean, Jimmer was once our grand marshal.
Oh, wait,
Those are
that's.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be sports related. You know, he was thinking more, his whole thing is he's done tons of work for the national parks. And so his whole thing is about creating a sense of place, sense of home. So like, what can we put in there that would make it feel like Orem?
An iconic
Yeah.
image of Orem. And Sarah Shell,
Yeah,
because that unique architecture there. The item.
What about Neuro? Should he make it?
Absolutely. I didn't want to say it, but absolutely.
In elementary school, right?
Some attention love.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a great idea. What's the did you have kids at Windsor?
Yes.
What's the mascot over there?
Oh my gosh, what are we?
Are they wizards?
You have to let me think about it.
Okay.
Putting their mascot there would be cool since it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Actually, I can't believe I can't.
You failed the PTA test.
I was in two different mascots.
But yeah, incorporating this Windsor, it would be cool too.
That's-
Absolutely. The one idea that Wildcat. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
That's
fun.
their logo right there, the Windsor Wild.
Yes, that'll be great. There was
send that to me.
Mhm.
It's the
Can you
screenshot.
just do a little screenshot?
there was somebody did some like or suggested some like bees and some like honeycomb type stuff, beehive, you know, for the state. Yeah, like do some fruit. Yeah.
Mountains are always iconic, Brad.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's gonna be a must for sure.
Taught jazz, but for a while, didn't they have mountains in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
they're.
if they still do, or if they just.
I think they brought them back.
They do?
Yeah, yeah,
A recognizable Mount Temp would be
absolutely.
Yeah. that's what I was
interesting.
thinking.
In the Museum of Art,
Interesting.
she bought the floor of the winning championship of the Utah Jazz back in like the 90s when they
Mhm.
won whatever the big basketball thing is. You can tell. we're in
Big sports fan here.
Yeah, huge. Arts Council. Anyway,
Love it.
she bought that floor and had it installed in the basement for her kids to play on.
That's amazing.
I don't know if we'll get to go downstairs, but probably you can see the big jazz floor.
It's a pretty simple design, that Windsor Wildcats. The blue and gold as well as the Orem.
Do they have an expanded one though, like with a wildcat, like in their gym or something that you could
That's a good
do,
question.
or on their t-shirts or something, or I don't know, maybe there's some expanded.
I'll text, I do know the PTA president, I'll text her right now.
Deemed yourself.
It is 1, 2, 2, 1 at this very moment at 3, 2, 1.
Should we-
Numbers.
Make a wish, everyone make a wish.
It is a special moment.
Okay, any other suggestions on that?
The thing I loved about this project is that they came to us, like we didn't have to go beg to put art into this project. It was thought of from the beginning that they wanted art involved. And so I was like, oh, this is great. Like, you know, maybe the mindset is shifting.
What's the deadline?
The deadline is end of the month for the initial design. So we're gonna do proof of
Next
concept
week?
by the 31st and then final decision by the April 9th.
So it sounds like we've kind of exhausted our ideas here, but can we all think about it and email you if we have other ideas?
Yeah, as long as we get them
Other
before the
thoughts?
31st, will be great.
So everyone send your ideas to Pete or just respond to a reply all to our last email, then we'll all get your idea. If you have any others next week, we have one more week before they. Is their deadline, right?
So the elementary school has this little bee or hornet. Little hornet,
Which school's that?
Windsor Elementary School.
Could be somewhere else. Windsor's a,
Oh.
City.
yeah.
Has there ever been a jazz player that was from Utah County or from Orem or
Not that I'm aware of, like we could look it up.
if there's anybody that has roots here that was a jazz player, that would be kind of fun to highlight
Yeah.
in there.
Hmm. So Orem is popular for its fruits, its farmers, its mountains. What else is
Could you put a
associated?
train
with
on
Orem?
there,
Ooh, train's a good idea.
Train.
or even just an engine of a train, like coming,
Orem Express.
yeah.
Well, we have an Home Express little train now that we.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Orem is Orem because Walter C. Orem was the president of the train.
Yeah.
And because he was so involved in exporting the fruit and all that stuff and getting the tracks down here, they named it after him.
Really?
And the Heritage
Walter
Park,
C. Orem.
it's the water tank, we're putting a park on the top of it or around it. And the pump station, decorated like a train station, right?
Mhm.
Remembering that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So.
Oh, you live over there? Okay, cool.
Same.
So that's,
The only other people
connection, I
part,
guess,
yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Well, and the original train station was 4th South and Orem Boulevard,
Oh, okay,
where
so
that
for the rest of
gas, where that natural gas car
Uh-huh.
dealership is. That
Yeah.
was the train station.
That's amazing. It's like so ahead of its time. You know, it was electric and going down, you know, it was awesome.
It was kind of fun. We got to meet some of the Orem family.
That's right. At Lights On, they came,
Yeah, a couple years ago.
that's right. That was fun.
Wow.
Grandpa. But yeah, train is huge, orchards,
Yeah. Okay, so the Miro. If we did a design with him, you mentioned that you were maybe thinking about introducing the family. If you move forward on that, would that be something we'd want to?
I don't think we could have it done by then because this project's going to move pretty fast. It's going to be done by end of April.
train that had all of Orem's things in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Duck
cool.
or
Uh-huh, I love
something like
that. We love that.
That's
That's a great idea.
Orem.
like in the windows, is that what you're talking about?
Or like, the train cars.
Like the open carts. Yeah. 'Cause like if you had one full of peaches and one full of, you know, cherries and apples. Yeah, exactly. All kinds of different things.
Apples. Apricots.
I mean, just think of the
It's
altogether
just-
playground, all the things we highlighted there.
Mhm.
Or any of those, the Syrah shell, the mammoth. What are some other things we highlighted out there?
We did the crickets. We did all kinds of local wildlife.
Got that flag, town flag.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, you have that.
We do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so trying to think what else is out there.
Family City USA ought to be on that court somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's included. And the city logo will be on there and that'll be good.
Okay, cool. Crosswalk design review.
Yes, so the project we've been working on, we have the design. The artist is a lady who grew up here in Orem, but now lives in Salem. Her name's Heidi Prigmore. So let's take there's a bunch of different things here that she's worked up. Let's start with this one. And so the place we're going to start with this project is on 400 East. And what is that, 600 South, across from that crosswalk by the posts?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first one. And this is what she's proposing. So it's 8.5 feet wide by like 47 feet long. And she wanted to do something celebrating the arts.
This is it, this is the actual art right here.
Yeah, so this is what she's proposing. And then I have a couple different things because based on, cost and the number of volunteers we can get together to do this. She's got like a 6-color option, an 8-color option, a 10-color option, and a 12-color option. And so you can see like, as you start stripping the color away, what happens. Yeah. So let's pass these down.
Does that change
Are we
the cost or
limited?
just simplify it to do?
The cost Yeah, it doesn't really change the cost much. It's
Mhm.
more like, do we have enough skilled people
Yeah, yeah.
to pull this off?
Oh, I'm excited about it.
Because the way she's gonna do it is she's gonna put it on a grid system. And yeah, exactly that. It's like, you're gonna be assigned, if you're the red paintbrush, she's gonna show you all the squares that need to be painted red.
So wait, I wanna play.
Oh, you will be invited. Everyone in this group will be invited.
the
I thought it was a heat
8
shrink stuff, is it?
That's so expensive. That would cost like 100 grand.
On
So
a
this is just
street.
paint.
Yeah. Yeah, this is painted. Because we were looking at just doing a one color circle in the middle of an intersection with the city logo. And those are like 15 grand.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's so expensive. It'd be amazing to do
Is it
this as a
because of
vinyl.
The durability that you have to put down there.
Yeah.
So this is hand painted.
Yeah.
And these are you scaling back colors here?
Yep, that's what she's doing.
What, how many is this?
Well, that's the full design and it's 12 with black outline.
Yeah.
Probably every 2 years. Which is, like, that's what we got to think about too, right? Is the long-term maintenance, is we don't want this looking bad over time. But it would make an amazing, service project every other year. I think people are, at least the people I've talked to so far about it, are really excited to do it. But
Mine doesn't even really like, see the difference between the 8 and 12 till I put them right next to each other.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
The colors change.
It's when you take the black out for
Yeah.
6, that's when you really.
I absolutely agree with that. When
I
you
don't
take
like
the
taking
black-
the light blue out though, because I don't care for the red clouds.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, can you change? Can we have her change something about
yeah, so here's another one coming around that'll show you, if we keep the black outline, you can kind of see how things change.
Oh my,
Are there other design options for this first one, or this is it?
I mean, she's open to feedback.
This is slightly different.
something else?
Yeah. That was the idea today, is to gather your feedback, see what you think.
This just has the 8 and 6, but it's got the black outline and it's a little like curlier.
Yeah, exactly. You get a little bit more of the detail.
That's a really fun, it pops more. with
this
the
will
black
have
outline.
more people involved with it because there's more detail to it.
Mhm.
Makes it more sixties, it's almost.
It does look like a Sergeant Pepper.
Where's David Cassidy?
Vibe for it, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just want to pick up some of the things and put them in the other one and then I'd be happy, especially replacing the red clouds. They need to be blue.
I like them.
But I like the black in it.
Yeah, that's a fun detail. And that hits right at the center line.
Just feel more detailed. don't you? Black.
And you know, this fix looks much better than the other stuff. They're more looking close. Maybe we do go on and see other suggestions. On audition.
Not yet.
Was this just her brain, or did you give input?
No, I just told her that, what we wanted was something celebrating the arts, because it was, in connection with Sarah Shell and the Arts District. And so that's where she went with it.
She got a pencil, there's a Centennial Elementary pencil there,
Mhm.
and the paintbrush, that's cool.
I like that.
A mailbox for the neighborhood.
I'm usually a person that outlines everything. But I'm actually really liking the color option in 8.
The
It
8
just-
non-outline.
Yeah, without having all the lines. For me. And then if we could switch up the clouds, I'd be happy.
I think one of the things we have to try to do, which is difficult, is the scale.
It's
right?
huge.
How wide is this thing?
It's 47 feet across by 8.5.
47 feet across, and how long?
8.
8.5.
8 wide.
Oh, 8 wide.
47
okay,
feet.
yeah. So like 2 of these tables wide.
It's big.
Okay. Well, and that's another thing too. I've been drawing on my iPad and I know that drawing straight lines and painting straight lines is not easy. So the black outline,
Is that done by the artist before we get there?
Yeah, so her and her team will do like
Sketch it
they'll sketch it out and they'll grid it out, and then the volunteers can come in and paint. Yeah, so all you have to do is stick to your little squares and get it done.
This special thing.
Yeah, it's traffic paint. Yeah, and it'll be mixed with sand so that it doesn't get slick. So that it has a little bit of grit to it, so that when cars and people and bikes go across it, they don't slip.
Mm.
You know,
I think of all the people.
these traffic guys, they're very thorough. The engineers, you know.
Is there a cost associated with the different? color
Just in
patterns?
paint, but you know, it wouldn't be that much. You know, it's like,
No.
okay, you know, we have to buy 8 colors instead of 6.
Say, let's have a week window, you know, if there's something you wanna switch out there, some other. Suggestions to give to the artist, or if you just wanna go straight with this, is that okay, or what do you?
Yeah, I mean, she's open to feedback.
Cause frankly, I'm looking at it and I like this top section a lot, the bottom one, maybe not as much.
The nature one.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but that doesn't mean, I don't know, I don't know what I would want instead though, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just with the Sierra, that just looks like that fits in really good with the art, with where this particular one is. I almost wanted down here pull in more performing arts stuff or I don't know, something that happens at your place, you know, Starry Skies or the Shell, or I don't even know, maybe I'm totally off here, but
Yeah, are there certain colors that are used in the shell?
no, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this kind
Red
of
is
darker blue.
obviously,
I mean, I don't know if she has other ideas. I would. I don't know how to say what I want, but I know when I see it, you know what I mean? I would love to see. Just not even down this vein, even just a few options for us to say, oh, we like this one better.
Mhm.
Is she open to that?
Well, I think we got to give her direction. You know, we can't just say we don't like this. You know, we got to give her some kind of thing to go off of.
I don't know, for me, this is very. Busy. Very busy and very elementary. School. It looks cartoon,
Mhm.
you know?
Well, you're not going to get like a Sistine Chapel out of Crosswalk, you know. So like as far as like the detail,
Yeah. Right.
Paint. Maybe can we use other places in the city, we could put something like, this is very, I like the art
Mhm.
representations here. But maybe what I hear you saying is maybe something more customized to this particular location.
Where is this one?
so it's on 400 East. There's this crosswalk. It's got a new light in it. It's got
Have
like
you
a
been to
honk
the
signal.
VIP receptions?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's that crosswalk from there to the Shell.
Oh, okay, so right there, okay.
You see what I mean? Why maybe performance, like performing arts, a band
from
or
the church house to the shell.
the church is
Okay.
kind of right there, but it's,
That crosswalk.
Just.
that's
north
kind of what's
that.
coming to my mind, but I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean, live theater, concerts,
Yeah, see.
plays, movies.
Yeah,
Got the music stuff represented, so
Definitely.
maybe what we're missing are kind of the more play type things.
It's very busy and even at 8 feet wide, that's. Very busy.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
agree.
What do you
I
think?
think
It's
it's
like,
busy,
say that
busy,
flower
busy.
that's like, the red one with the yellow, like, it's probably this big, right? It is busy, but it's. Okay.
So when she was showing it to me, you see that like down in the bottom left-hand corner, that little bubble at the very bottom
Mhm.
left-hand corner, that's a square foot essentially.
Mm.
And so there's, you know, you can imagine how many of those that it's going to take to
it's got mountains in there.
Mhm.
I like the pouring of the bucket of all the creativity. Well. Cause I'm an artist, so I appeal to that. The music I think would be fun. I think kids would love to walk across them.
That's what she
Right.
said. She was kind of going for kind of like a little bit of a hopscotch feel. But it's I think she writes it up here on that.
Each one of these got busier and busier. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah,
So this one has more music notes on these than this does, and this has no music notes.
Yeah.
The more I look at this, I'm going more of this. I like this one the best, the
Me
first
too.
one.
I'll be honest, that's because we saw this one first. I liked it. It didn't bother me that we were missing any of these things. I do think the black helps it pop out, but I don't know that it's gonna be that big a deal on the street at the size of it. And it will be easier
I
to
still like
do
the
without the black.
And more
line.
noticeable when it starts chipping or whatever, the black outline is gonna be even more noticeable
Oh,
that it's
Yeah,
missing.
look at that outline.
Yeah, like I love that, but when I saw this first. It didn't feel like it was missing it, does that make sense?
Maybe she could show us this first one, which is simpler
Mhm.
in a black outline, just so we can compare the two.
Oh, yeah. Because it does get busier, there's more music notes, there's more
Yeah, well,
bubbles.
I mean, a lot more music notes. And stars and,
My vote is the 12 color palette, the very first one. You still have the music notes, but you have the rhythm that encompasses the music, so it's not so busy.
Well, and I kind of would say, can you outline the megaphone thing here, or the horn, whatever, just calling it.
Maybe there's just certain things that
Certain
need
things to be-
outlining.
Yeah. Where's the megaphone?
By the guitar.
Oh,
But, because here it really looks like one, right? But over here, I'm not quite sure what that is. When I first.
oh, okay, yeah. And keep the clouds blue.
blue and white.
Stephanie says, keep the clouds blue.
Blue like that.
I like the blue and white, huh?
Better than the red ones.
Um, I kind of. Am more of a, I'm not going to give you direction, give me more ideas, kind of a person, but. And then we see more of what we like and go down that a little further, but.
I do like the way she explains it, though, the other side celebrates the beautiful Orem Mountains and the Sierra Park and Pool. The
Mhm.
paint bucks.
Well, you're kind of going to a neighborhood,
Yeah.
more flowers and stuff, and then the. Getting closer to the music, maybe.
Mhm. Yeah. It's really fun. It's really fun and impressive.
The other designs that we looked at initially were just more like geometric. You know, almost
Not as.
stained
cinematic.
glass
Yeah.
kind of looking,
Mhm.
which are also awesome, but
Yeah,
any other input?
Haven't heard from the gentleman. Okay, a little brief.
really. I put a few outlines on that I'm happy with. I put just a small outline on the mountains and then the bucket and the trumpet. And I added, oh, and the pencil.
Pop and pop out a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's not me.
You see that?
Let's see it.
Because the mountains, I didn't even see on here. I didn't even
Don't see 'em.
see it on there. Like mountains, yeah.
Green and orange?
Here I can, I completely open.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that.
No, you're right. There's like just outlining maybe a few things helps kind of break it
Purple
up.
with The white looks like snow on the mountains, which look a
Yeah.
little more.
So make the mountains purple. The purple mountain. But there's so much purple in that. That it might disappear. The green mountain in the middle is good.
Simple. And when I look at this, even though we're gonna be big, I see the top of it. And your eyes go, oh, there's a fire and whatever, the keyboard and so forth, and you get down to the bottom. And you really have to look carefully to see what that is. It's just all those circles and things. I find distracting compared to the top.
Yeah.
Do we want to scale down the detail on the nature side?
Well, you also have to look at it this way too, right? You're walking from the park. You
Mhm.
know, all that's upside down, which is okay, but
Yeah.
you're just definitely tailored from walking to the shell.
But then your mountains are.
Not
upside
from
down,
the
so-
shell. Well, I mean, it should, and when you're making designs, you do walk east and west.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to consider that in designs.
I wonder if it's just a little too busy with the bubbles and the flowers, like.
I'm
just
agreeing with that.
Pull them out just a little whole bit, because they are all kind of mushing up against each other.
So that's partially why it's soothing on your eyes for the black outline, because you see it's apart. You see the green. The bubbles.
Are we considering this one, or are we considering designing and other walks, crosswalks?
We're just starting with this one to see if it's even feasible, right? You know, trying to prove the
I'd like to
concept.
see it after 2 years.
Yeah.
Because if it looks so washed out and chipped and so forth, I don't think we want that. Made this city.
There's another crosswalk just north of that that goes to the school.
Hmm.
That would be another obvious one to start on.
You know, we like the idea of doing the crosswalks in the arts district, just to kind of help get that project rolling and get some momentum, like, oh, this is really gonna happen.
But there used to be some sort of logo in the middle of some street. Was it BYU1 or DBU? I can't remember. Are those, is that the same kind of paint?
No, that's vinyl.
Those are the vinyl.
Yeah.
Those
And then,
expensive ones.
yeah, and they held,
Okay.
yeah, they held up a lot better.
I was wondering if there was one around, even if it wasn't very detailed, that we could see.
And those are $100,000.
To do something like this, it would be crazy. Just do the simple circle, it's like 15 to 20. One color, one design.
For vinyl.
Yeah, it's just so expensive. The material is special.
How much do we think this would cost?
Paint wise? And like with labor and stuff? I don't know, we'd have to cost it out. I'll talk to the traffic guys and see what this amount of paint would cost, but I mean, it's gonna be several $1,000s to do for sure with with volunteer labor.
I love the idea of allowing people to come in and paint. Make it a community thing. As an artist, I would probably be on the streets at midnight, touching up what.
What people had done. Yeah.
That's why the outline would be, like, that would be a good idea.
Oh, not to outline it because people would be going.
Get it,
That's
maybe
more
not be
detailed.
very artistic and.
No,
like,
that's
mess
true.
it up,
Yeah,
like,
you'd
it's
have-
sloppy.
They'll have someone go back in after outline, cover up their mistakes.
Yeah, it'd be like a lot more work than just like having it be like this. without the
Is this
outline.
lady local?
Yeah, she was in Salem.
And has she done crosswalks before?
First one.
First one.
Yeah.
Has she done other designs?
Yeah, the reason I thought she would be good for this project is her main style is very geometric. She makes a lot, she has a show right now in the Dorm Library. And she makes all these like really cool mosaics out of pieces of paper. So she cuts paper into all these different shapes and makes these beautiful mosaics. So that's why I thought that it would be good. It's very colorful, it's very simple for painting. So that's how she got roped into this.
So
Would
what do you
she
think?
be open to other samples or no?
Maybe, I'll ask her.
Talk to her on the phone.
Well, it's everything, the gamut, right? I mean, one time we talked about doing a yellow brick road
Mhm.
on this crosswalk and we found out that it's actually legal to change the crosswalk signs. And you could have the Beatles walk as long as they're facing the right direction. Or we talked about having a guy with a guitar over his shoulder walking towards the shell, and
On the
those are
sign.
the crosswalk signs.
Uh-huh.
And so but it would be nice if the sign tied in with
Are we still doing the same thing?
that too. Love to, but I mean, anyway, I mean, I didn't love the yellow brick road idea, but I was just saying that is a way to tie it in where you could have the Wizard of Oz characters walking across the road, on the sign as well or something. But I mean, I like that she's trying to incorporate music in the park. I don't dislike this. I just would love to see some other different ideas too for us to consider rather than just one idea.
Well, do you have any themes? Like, is celebrating the arts not the right theme,
It is,
but just different styles of celebrating the arts?
yeah, like this is a good cartoon style.
Mhm.
A little 60s, 70s vibe here.
Mhm.
It's fun.
It is fun.
And I like the top half of all of it.
Was just things they have, I gravitate more to that. not that I dislike the other, but that one just seems
So maybe
easily
the,
interpreted.
maybe the whole path needs to be a piano.
Sure.
The whole some other,
Then you can walk it forward and backward.
That would be directional.
Right.
you can add your performance idea.
Put some dog paws on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone walks their dogs.
Maybe on
Just
the-
don't
Maybe
drop some
circle
poop in there.
frisbees.
Oh, yeah, for the frisbee golf.
I'll got him.
That's my car.
Oh.
It'll tell you.
Mm.
All right. Well, anyway, that's it. I know I'm not giving much feedback, but for me, I just like to see 2 or 3 things initially. So I can like grasp onto one of them. So it's hard when it's just one option.
Wonder
Right.
if we ought not, for the very first time we're doing this, simplify it quite a bit. Right, that way we can see how it goes with volunteers painting things on, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, see how it wears and see how the volunteers respond to kind of a, maybe but I actually really love this, I think it's really great, like. I wonder how it's gonna look, and
What was it they painted? It was on our city, state of the city video.
No, that was just at a school. They were painting
How did that?
a playground. We do that every year through the United Way. It's all stenciled,
yeah.
and so it's really easy. Yeah, like yeah.
I kind of like the
Yeah,
idea of
if you were
reading
above the road,
Yeah, 2,000
yeah,
feet
that's what I
above.
mean, scale wise, it's
Instead
not
of this way.
tricky.
Yeah, I like the idea of extending the piano, just continuing it all the way through to the end. I would take out some of the bubbles. I think the bubbles are too distracting on,
Just busy.
yeah,
It's
busy. That's
yeah.
the word. Busy. I love the pencil and the paintbrush in there with the paint dumping out.
Well, and even on the A color, it's kind of interesting, the notes, does she have more?
Yeah, in this design, there's way more notes. Yeah,
Busier and busier as you go.
yeah.
I don't know, I like notes,
But the notes are in there.
because they're kind of on the, you know, whatever, something out the path.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know, maybe that, but it is busy, we're trying to get away from busy, right?
I wonder if simplifying.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that was a horn in this one, because this is a paint bucket, but I didn't realize this is a horn. So with the notes on it.
That's it. Oh, it is it a paper? I thought it was a mailbox.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
It's a
shoot.
paint bucket.
Well, I think she wanted to pull in some elements of the Sarah pool. Yeah,
It's the pools,
Spilling
Yeah.
out water.
The water.
because it's like pool bubbles. Pool water, pool bubbles.
Which shows up more in the outline. drawing.
for sure. It doesn't even look like water on the other ones.
Well, because bubbles don't usually are
Not
not
pink and
pink
purple.
and
no.
purple, yeah.
Well, and that goes along with your simplified. You know, maybe it's too colorful and or we're all overly stimulated here.
Yeah, okay.
We pull
It's
back,
blue.
pull back the elements, pull back a lot, some of that detail work and make it just simpler.
Light blue bubbles.
I don't even mind that the piano stops. Especially now that we know this is a park and mountains and flowers,
No.
but maybe we
so-
just take out
the
that
Piano.
orange and yellow
And this thing,
thing.
this little, I'm not quite sure,
Like
is,
sunrise or.
yeah, it kind of, coming from the mountains probably.
Yeah,
Maybe if it were orange and yellow instead of red and yellow.
It is on this one,
Oh, it is.
but it does change each time.
Okay.
Pink and yellow, orange and yellow, red and yellow.
It just, like you say, it adds more busy.
What's her turnaround time normally?
She got this done in like 2 weeks. So she works pretty fast.
So I'm just wondering if she gets something sooner, we don't necessarily have to make this go another month, you could always email.
just do it
the
through
group
email.
And give feedback that way, just for sake of time, but if she needs 2 more weeks or
Hmm.
whatever, then we could look at it the next time, but.
So do we want to
There's some
work off of
feedback.
this one as the base? And make changes to this?
Yeah, I like it.
I think, did we all gravitate to the 12 color? But then we actually want to take some of the color out.
Right.
But the design,
Change some.
we liked the 12 because it had less notes, it was the least busy, right?
Yeah, but I like the
But
outlook
we like,
on some of the things.
But we like on this, I don't know what to call, the black outline one.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like everyone likes the bubbles and the water on this one,
Yeah, if we keep that element
Yeah.
in, right?
but on this one, right?
Yeah.
And then. We all like the piano.
Mhm.
It sounds like we want some outline on some things,
right,
like the horn and maybe the bucket.
the pencil, the bucket, the horn, and maybe,
Looks like we want white and blue clouds.
Yeah.
we want notes on the ribbon that encompasses the keyboard.
Just a few notes, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
so which notes do you like?
Lene likes the Purple Mountains Majesty better.
Purple mountains. You like them all purple? They have 1 green and then 2 purple, and then the others are all
Green,
green.
this is all green. Oh, that's, I don't care. I actually like the green, but I haven't seen the purple. Oh, there's it right here. Oh, yeah, because you've got 1 green and 2 purple right here. huh?
Mhm.
I actually like the all green. I'm just simplifying. Too much color is kind of freaking out my mind here. I'm not the art person. I'm here because I'm city council, not because I'm art.
I think we all agree that the bubbles need to be those three blue, the 2 blues and the white,
Yeah,
so that they look like bubbles, right?
well,
And
the
less.
light blue, the blue and the white.
Yeah.
That's when I realized they were bubbles.
Oh, yeah, because even the stream is different on all of these, but we like the dark blue, white and the light blue water.
Mhm.
And I actually like this ribbon, this trump coming out of the trumpet, these colors,
Which
The red,
Which
white,
one?
blue.
the red, white, and blue,
The red, white and blue.
the 12, 8 color.
Oh, okay. The,
Some of these others are, they blend into that background.
Good luck with this beat.
It's gonna be, well, whatever we end up with, will be quite interesting.
you like the 8 color notes?
There's almost too many of them.
Yeah,
I just like these 2 black ones that are here.
yeah, the black ones.
Just simple, yeah, simpler.
Cause there's so much design, so much color.
And granted, like he was saying, if that's a foot. And you come up here and eliminate, then that's probably 3 or 4 feet of blue and nothing in it. Is where she's thinking, right? It's not bad, yeah.
I would say put little stars. Where's the one they had? Oh, here, there's like a little star. We'll put some little stars in the blue and put the notes. Just a fewer. 'Cause you do
Yeah,
it.
night sky.
Stars
Everything's under the stars.
in the sun.
Yeah.
More stars.
And I would,
She's gonna be like, yeah.
No, they're like, never mind.
Yeah, she's like, no, thanks.
this is me to be pulling it apart, but there's a reason why we're like, okay, it's almost there.
So yeah, we'll go to phase 2 and see what she comes up with.
Maybe you shouldn't give us so many options, I'll be honest.
Sometimes that can make it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because they're like, well, this one, and this, like,
Mm.
It's just two options.
She's got to expect that though, if she gives us all.
Yeah, like it's almost,
That's what I hope
like, it's like eating at the Cheesecake Factory, like.
What do I think?
There's too much to do, like, just.
But what I was saying is, I would love to see three options, but not even in the same, like totally different,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, rather than these are all the same thing.
What do you like about this design that you would want to see again? I think this is genius. The ribbon, the piano, the notes. But it can be simplified.
Mhm.
Are we gonna have trouble painting circles with amateur painters?
Yes.
Well, it'll be all the area, all the outline of all of this will be sketched out, so people will be filling in like kind of paint by number. Right, so if people can.
And
paint
she'll
in
be there
line-
after midnight. Fix it, fix you say.
Maybe we
Yeah.
have to test that we have people do a coloring paper.
Before you can be included on the
You
bus.
stay in
And
line.
you be the paint refiller and you.
Well,
back
yeah.
our desk.
And that you hit the nail on the head, when you say volunteer effort, the qualifications are gonna be all over the map, right?
Correct, yeah.
So, I mean, there's gotta be some artist.
Yeah, when we did the All Together Playground, we had the art
Have a-
tent.
Have a Orem Arts Council competition, see who gets to paint
Oh, yeah,
crosswalk.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people who want to, yeah. The-
And someone who can kindly go, is really great, you should take a break now. Have a popsicle, right? And steer them away and
Got a cookie for you over here.
here.
Anything else?
I just felt like this first one is kind of, on the bottom, it's kind of washed out. Yeah. I think the colors need to be stronger. If it's below your feet, it seems to me there needs to be a visual pull to get you to look down at it.
Mhm.
But if I was a kid looking at this, I wouldn't know where to put my feet. There's just too many things.
Uh-huh.
I think it needs to be more focused for the idea of a child using it as a hopscotch or having objects to jump from one to the other or
Look at it longer.
the piano key,
I'm kidding.
the
You have to
perfect
show them.
Two years from now, they're like.
element for that. I don't know what is this,
I know what it can be.
what's that
Staying in the
supposed to be,
road.
that bottom path?
I think it's just,
trail?
yeah, just a thing to follow, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
I mean, you talk about that and I think of the movie Big and probably.
Uh-huh.
What I was thinking of too, yeah.
You've probably never seen it, but no, it stands on the piano.
That's what I was like, what would it cost to
Six.
make the road light up when you when you check on different keys?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
That would be
about.
amazing.
Then they would never get out of the crosswalk.
Never, no.
We have to shut it down to cars.
People go to the
Like we should
hospital with
anyway.
leg strains from trying to reach the keys. Yeah.
Okay,
She did the splits, but she made the music.
does that give you enough?
Yeah, I'll go back with her or start conferencing and see what we can do.
You're sorry you asked.
Yeah.
You could say, I can't believe.
She
the
needs to
discussion
put a
ended."
clause in there, no feedback required.
All right, what about the farmer's market?
Yeah, so we met with the farmers market people yesterday. This is the 5th anniversary, so this will be year 5 of the Orem Farmers Market. So we've got a few things planned to commemorate that. One of the things they want to do is do some giveaways, and obviously we'll still do our summer concert series. They're gonna have a bunch of buskers this year on the off. When we're not performing, they'll have some people kind of worked into the booths, just doing, little busking type things. And yeah, it'll be a little bit slightly bigger this year, just a few more booths, but overall, it's been going really well. So,
Sweet.
and that starts May 7th is the first one. May 7th.
And there's how many? Weeks?
It goes through the end of October. The last Wednesday of October is the last day.
End of October.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess let us know how we can help or be involved or.
Yeah, it'll become more clear. We had, I think either the last meeting or the meeting before, we had some discussion on things we wanted to do to promote. Not just the market, but music, art. We'll do some bigger things this year because it's the 5th anniversary. Pull out the stops.
Cause that's just how Orem rolls,
That's right.
bigger, better.
Every year.
The grant report and executive director meeting.
Yeah, so I just wanted to report to the group that we applied again for the UAM grant. It's $6,000. We've gotten it every year for I don't know how long, but that's the money we use to pay the performers.
Mm.
And as part of that grant process, you have to meet with their executive director. And so I'm doing that on the 24th. And so I'll report on that meeting too, because basically she wants to just learn about the Arts Council, what we do, and then I guess they have a little bit of feedback for arts groups in general. And so I'll just send that out in an email after I meet with her.
Excellent. Let's just run around the table real quick. Any ambassador report? Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah, if anyone has
Anybody
anything to report.
I don't have anything new.
Nothing new? Mrs. Goodman?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I'd like to address that the Witness Music is having their Lamb of God performance at Orem High School on March 27th through the 31st. They would like to offer tickets to anyone who wants to participate. They offered, let me pull up my email real quick.
Oh, the witness choir?
It was amazing too. Have you ever seen that?
They've been performing at Thanksgiving Point and they've had sold out house each time, so they're really excited about that. So, they have Friday and Saturday night, they have 100 or so tickets that are available for us. And he says perhaps more. Saturday is the only half full day, which is a maintenance matinee at 2:00. So look at your calendars and let me know if you would like to attend that. And I'll kind of be in charge of those tickets and as family and friends participate. I'm looking forward to it.
I just realized, we probably never had a lot of people over to see an event over at the Norda. I don't have access to like Norda series events, but if there's a departmental, like a theater department event, I'd be happy to offer copies to anyone.
Oh,
Our next
nice.
show is Little Women that opens on April.
Oh,
4th.
nice.
And if you're interested in seeing that, if you want to email me and let me know what night you want to go, I can set aside funds for you.
When is it? April?
Opens April 4th, closes April 12th. So I think there's 6, it's in our Smith, so it's a bigger space, so I think we only have 6 performances at that.
Awesome.
Anything else, Stephanie?
I didn't hear back from the other. The Come Together concert. I'm not hearing from them. I wonder if maybe there's another contact that I
Well,
can make.
Yeah, we're working with them. We're partnering this year on that food
Okay.
festival.
So we're good.
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's underway.
So that's it. That's
Awesome.
what I have to report at the moment.
Thank you.
Good job. Nothing else? Anyone?
Yes. Both the Wasatch Chorale and the Orem Chorale are performing at the UCCU Center, UVU,
I understand some of that.
April 12th. They'll have a 120-piece orchestra,
Whoa.
200 voice choir, and then it's the extravaganza for 2005. Dancing with the Stars champions will be there, as well as other celebrities.
This sounds like a great event.
Yeah.
We're looking.
What's the name of the event? Extravaganza?
Oh. Dancing with the Stars Champions, is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yeah, that's it.
UCCU, April 11th,
Yeah, April 11th. Friday,
Utah Extravaganza presents. It's a 120-piece orchestra, 200 voice choir. They've got Alex Boyer, Ryan Shepherd, Lexi Walker, Dallin Bayless.
Great.
Holy
Yes,
smokes,
Deborah
the
Bonner,
who's
Rita
who.
Bonner.
Dang, all right. Thank you for bringing that up. I had no idea. That's awesome.
There's gonna be 20 songs. The choirs are gonna be singing. in September.
That's awesome.
Produced by Carl Bacon and Nate Keller.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
I have a calendar date for the Utah Shake Day Festival here at the library. On April 19th at 7 o'clock, they're doing Hamlet.
Cool.
I assume it's one of those smaller cast versions.
Mhm.
that they usually tour with. So,
That sounds awesome. Man, a lot of cool stuff going on.
and they gave me a link for getting posters and more. I haven't contacted them. I don't know if we really.
Yeah, we'd love
The
to.
library's already getting posters and said that we need more posters.
Yeah, I'll reach out to the library and see what the plan is. We'll work together on that.
Well,
And
so,
if they need them, then I'll just hit the link and arrange to have some sent or however they do that.
Okay.
Very good. I won't bore you with all the details, but we're announcing all the stuff for Sarah. For the summer season. Are you guys interested in tickets for this season?
mhm.
You are, okay, we'll prepare those envelopes again. And we'll see if we can have them by the next meeting, if not the next one, because it'll still be before it starts.
What day do they go on sale again?
They go on sale the 31st.
31st.
For last year's season ticket holders, and then April 1st for the public.
Okay.
And so. Anyway, we've been if you join our Facebook, you'll see we've made a bunch of announcements. There's another one today, another one tomorrow, another one Monday. And then my other groups are Utah Valley Symphony. And I don't have much to report on them, other than we did solidify a date at the Shell again this summer.
Yes.
They're gonna back Aaron Tvei at the Shell
Great.
in August. So that's that event. Yeah. And then Cries of Freedom is another one. That's coming up
That's right.
July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I
Yeah.
think. Whatever the Thursday, Friday, Saturday is. I only know one day at a time. Yeah, well, it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, sorry, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's a free show. It gets better every year. They do a great job. And one of the days they actually swear in new citizens of the.
That's the
United
best, the
States.
best one. I
Yes.
love that one.
So that's kind of cool. And they have an experience out in the lobby. This is at the Sierra. And then we have Brent Ashworth coming back again for his American History Museum, which his stuff is amazing.
He's got some rare stuff.
Got like George Washington's wallet and I mean, just really cool stuff.
Mhm.
So it's just always interesting to see what he pulls out of the storage unit and brings over.
Yeah.
And a lot of space stuff and NASA stuff and JFK stuff, and we just got a lot of stuff. And then, of course, Colonial Days, they're gearing up. The military vehicle is not going to be part of the park this year.
Oh, dang.
It's back to Vernon Stout, if you know that name.
Yeah.
He's expanded in a great way. He's got a couple dozen acres just off the Springville exit. It will still be part of the Freedom Festival, but in a much bigger way from the military vehicle standpoint, and Colonial Days is taking over the whole park.
Wow.
So they're expanding, yeah,
I
they're,
understand.
I mean, they already had the west side of the park and the whole east side of the park and everything south.
Yeah.
So it's really just that north side that they're kind of expanding out into, and they're very excited. It is growing in popularity. It is now the biggest this side of the Mississippi colonial type festival. Yeah, it's huge. So, and all the people that, there's some big one back in Gettysburg or somewhere where they do every year. A lot of those people are coming to this one now every year. The reenactors. And
last year, or it was those actors, those reenactors.
Sean Adams
They
and
were
those
just
guys.
totally, I mean, they taught me stuff about history, and just little tidbits, I mean, not that I know a lot, but I mean,
As though they were
that
there.
interaction was so.
Well, they don't break character.
They
They're
don't,
into it, right?
and it was amazing.
You're talking to George Washington, you
I'll
know?
get people that will reach out to me wanting me to make
Franklin,
them like a
Benjamin
costume for this sort of thing, but they don't want me to use modern technology. They want me to hand sew it in by candlelight. I'm like, I don't do that. So. Like they are serious about it.
I was reading glasses, so.
Seriously, I'm like, there are people that do that.
The lights were totally off when I made this. Don't worry.
You couldn't even tell.
That's been fun.
Yeah, they're really specific about their
Yeah.
costume.
Very. That's not the kind of work I do.
Yeah, it's funny.
This last year, it
Yeah.
just seemed so much more engaging. I mean, I've been, the other year's something great too, but for some reason, I don't know if I was just there at the time when other people were asking questions, so I got to.
Well, no, I do encourage you not to just go and walk around, which many tens of thousands do, but actually sit in the tent and listen to a debate, or go to school, or go to church, or go to a tea
The
party.
trial was
You know,
hilarious
I mean.
about stolen or something.
It's amazing. Yeah. So it's quite amazing, and anyway, they're a great group. I hope Care Commission gives them every penny they can.
Yeah,
It's a really cool thing, and we fought hard to get it. For years, they did it down at the Crandall Historic Printing Museum in Provo on Center Street. In his parking lot, which was a little bit bigger than this room. You know, and so, anyway, it was not easy to get them here initially, and we're glad we have them and that they're expanding and growing, and that I'm glad Orem and everyone's kind of embraced them,
Yeah.
you know, and they feel very much home there.
that's great.
And this group of volunteers that put it on, I mean, they dang near kill themselves every year doing this, including ER visits and dehydration and the whole bit, but it is so amazing, and how much detail. That's a little extreme, but you know, the detail that they go into to make this an educational experience is just awesome. So I encourage you to do that.
Adam, did you attend the wedding that happened last year?
I heard about it, but I wasn't able to go to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was phenomenal. It really took you back to another time. And the way that everyone was dressed up, and even sitting on the benches in the tent, and the decorations that they had, it was phenomenal.
My
Are they
kids
still together?
just last week, we sat there and listened to a Native American man talk about his ancestors and his grandfather and his great grandfather. And we sat there for 30 minutes listening to his stories, but they still talk about him. I mean, he made an impact on these little minds, you know. It's really cool. So anyway, that's my advice to you, is go, but get immersed somewhere in the experience, not just walk around like I've done many times too, I'll be honest, but anyway, it's awesome. They're great. But we encourage you all to come and be involved at the VIP receptions. We'll get you those tickets too over in the backyard, and you know, mingle and welcome people. There's a lot of folks that come from out of county, out of city, out of state
Yeah.
to these events, and anyway, we've got a good lineup this summer, and we're running Les Mis right now, acting out, who took first place at MTCA again.
Oh, nice.
And we're proud of them. And then we open Wizard of Oz as our closing show in the indoor.
Wow.
And that'll finish off the indoor season. Of course, for us, then we have the Metropolitan Ballet for a week, and we have Miss Orem and a few other things, but that will focus the show, next, so. Anyway, that's
When is
people,
Wizard of Oz start?
April 8th-ish.
Wow.
Whatever that
Yeah,
Friday is.
well,
April's a big month for the
It
arts.
goes April to May,
You learn about these things, I know.
yeah. And we're really flying the witch and the basket and all the things, so come to see it.
That's great.
Tarzan was amazing. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Tarzan swinging through things.
Wow. Very fun.
Incredible.
This is the same group that we used for Mary Poppins, so she could fly and
Mhm.
do all that. So that's what we used the Wizard of Oz.
So fun.
Anyway.
Just real quick before we go, we have a representative of Grassroots Shakespeare here.
Hi.
Do you want to just say a few things?
So hi, my name is Chase Getzler, I'm from the Grassroots Shakespeare Company. We were founded here in Orem in 2009 and made sure we are still in Orem ever since. We actually have performed with the Sarah a number of times. It's been a minute since we performed there on the main stage. I think the performances just haven't quite lined up with like your schedule just yet. But we would love the opportunity if it
But
comes
they're
by.
housed at the Sierra.
But we do all of our rehearsals at the Sarah. We actually just finished a fundraiser a couple months ago in December where we brought Santa in to do Vincent Next Dream at the Sarah in one of their upper rooms. And like all of our board meetings at the Sarah, we're at the Sarah all the time. So we kind of want to go over some of the things that we're doing here in Orem. Right now, a lot of our Ed Tour performances are here in Orem. We have a cast of, I want to say 5. They put together Midsummer Night's Dream and Macbeth for this current academic year 24-25. And we have 10 different performances here in Orem for that Ed Tour across the school year. We've done a couple in Orem Library. We've done a couple at Aspire Academy. We were in Mountain View a couple weeks ago. Actually, today we are in Lake Ridge Junior High School. I think right now, actually, I think we're doing our workshop right now. And then Windsor Academy was last week, and I believe we have a couple that are being rescheduled into April. And then our summer tour is coming up. We're auditioning literally next week. We'll be doing our performances and rehearsal in April. And we have 3 performances in Orem. One on the 30th of May and the 13th of June. Both of those will be in Sarah Park. This year we are partnered with University Place on the 7th. They actually partners with us for a double feature. So we will be performing Comedy of Errors and Romeo and Juliet. Both of those on the 7th of July. I don't quite remember which of the 2 will be doing in Sarah Park, but I believe one night will be Comedy of Errors, the other will be Romeo and Juliet. We will also be in Provo a couple times, 3 of them, one at Botany Pond on the 26th, and then we are actually partnering with the Provo City Library this year, which is a brand new first for us. We've also been doing lots of like conventions lately. This is a brand new for us. We've been at FanX the last couple of years. StoryCon is their brand new reaching out into things, and they actually reached out to us to come perform for them. And we were just at UVU a couple months ago for this Theater in Our Schools convention to talk about what we do for schools here in Utah. We are hoping to do a 4th performance in Orem for Orem Fest, but we haven't heard back yet. So our fingers are crossed that we understand we won't be there. It's new for us to reapply. We have been applying in the past, but if I understand correctly, where we were being staged wasn't great for like theater performances. We had dropped out for a few years. But we're hoping if all works out this year, it's something that we are interested in.
Would you do it on the stage or do you do it in the grass?
Either or. We do have our own stage that we bring, so we
Okay.
often do it. I think we often do it in the grass because that's where our stage works best.
Yeah.
But when we are in Orem City Park, we often use the amphitheater and just lay our stage flat on the amphitheater concrete.
That's good to know.
Our stage is like 3 feet high, it's 16 feet across, and then 12 to 16 feet deep, depending on how we do it. Because as an original practice Shakespeare company, there's no sets. We perform on an empty wooden stage, which with maybe like a bench or maybe like a chair.
Have you all seen their stage?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the kind of the barrels, you know, and the stage and the backdrop. But
Yes,
very.
it's we've had to replace a couple things here and there over the years as we perform in park.
Fundraiser right now for new curtains, right?
Yes, we are performing tomorrow up at the Mad King Theater Collective space. It just got renamed and I'm still like, what are we calling it now? But it's the box theater up at the Gateway Mall. That's tomorrow night at like 7. And it is because we are fundraising to get new curtains because our curtains have seen better days. And the thing about performing in parks is we perform rain or shine. I have performed in the rain before. It's not ideal, but we do it anyway. One of my favorite performances was actually in Liberty Park, and there was a downpour, and everyone who came to see us was prepared with their little ponchos and everything. And we as the actors were not. But it was super fun. However, our stage doesn't like it, and our curtains especially don't like the rain. So we are fundraising to hopefully get new curtains that are much more weatherproof so that we can not worry so much when we get caught out in poor weather. Especially because we are, especially for summer tour, we go all the way from South Ogden all the way down to Moab. We run into a lot of different weather conditions. So it's important for us to have good good curtains. We have received money from the CARE grant in the past. I haven't, because they haven't made decisions yet, what I'm hearing. We don't know what we will be receiving this year, but our CARE grant funds typically go to our main operating costs, which is paying our actors, paying our administrators, and making sure that our actors can be reimbursed for the costuming and things like that. Because as an original company, we have no costume designer. All of our actors come up with their own costumes. This is one of mine. This is a base I've used before. Everything of this is like things I've put together. Things I have made. I've made several those little runaway bags that you see. One of my friends made a whole Jupiter costume with lights and everything that we reimbursed him for. And so a lot of that CARE grant goes towards those costs, and so that's why we are fundraising specifically for the curtains. We would love to work more with Orem because we are our home base. We love working with the Sarah. We love working, getting to be in Sarah Park. My very first experience with the Grassroots Shakespeare Company was our summer tour in 2021. And so I was at the Orem City Park right here. Every night for 2 weeks, just practicing. Oh, what was it? Wasn't what to do. We'll call it what to do. And so one of the things that if we wanted to bring to you all is we've been working on our partnerships. Currently we are partnered with 4 different cities. We're partnered with Moab, Daybreak, South Ogden, and Holiday. We're now just this season partnered with the Provo Library and the University Mall. And we had an HOA in Draper reach out to us interested. So this is our very first year partnering with an HOA. If that is something that interests you all, the main thing we ask for is marketing. I cannot tell you how much it helps for another organization to be marketing with us. Last year was our first year marketing with Holiday, and that was the biggest audience I have ever seen. And one of our audience counters, and I lost track several times because there were just so many people. We had an audience of over 200. And it was because Holiday was putting us into their newsletters, into their, hey, come see this show. Our audience in Daybreak has also been just incredible because they market with us. We do have a proposal, and in it, we recognize that a lot of cities don't want us necessarily asking their citizens for donations. And so we have options for cities and the organizations to pay us. However, for example, the Provo City Library does not have those funds. I'm sure you've heard that their budget got slashed. And so while they are still marketing for us, they've allowed us to partner with them and still ask for donations. We want to be flexible. Like I said, we love Orem. We want to be on great terms with you guys. We want to make sure that you guys, as the Art City Council, know what we're up to and what avenues are out for collaboration.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great report.
Great job.
They are a product of Orem.
Yeah,
We are founded
came out of
in
the
2000.
UVU.
Came out of
folks.
management of the
Yeah.
arts and at UVU.
I was actually just reading our about today, and I didn't know until today. It's like 4 years with the company, but apparently a bunch of the UVU folks went out to Virginia and saw an original practice show and basically said, hey, we need this in Utah. And I'm so grateful they did, because the Grassroots Shakespeare Company has just been, it's so different, it's so unique, and it's so special. We don't have a fourth wall. We're constantly interacting with our audience, and it's changed the way that I do theater. I'm actually primarily a musician for them nowadays because we do live music with our performances, and it's been really cool to be able to perform with. I play this viola, which there aren't nearly as many avenues for orchestras as there are for theater, and so it's been wonderful to have that opportunity.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jason.
Been fun to watch them grow and grow. I taught at UVU in management of the arts, and their founders were in my class, and James Arrington told me you have to come up with some hypotheticals and do articles and bylaws and all this stuff. I said, the heck with scenarios, let's do a real one. So Shakespeare was one of the ones that we, as a class, incorporated bylaws, visionary, all the things. And it's been fun to watch them over the years. They still are housed at the Sierra. We support, their growth, and you guys do a great job.
Correct, and I've been trying to get Davey to send me your events, but if you put me on whatever, I can funnel those through here. Absolutely, love that. Right here, and I will reach out to Davey.
Anything else? Anybody? Pete?
That's it for me.
I want to make a shout out that Scott Swine performed last night at the Orem Library with the pipe band. He was a drummer,
And
and it was a packed house. It was so awesome.
good.
Yeah, so when they come in again, I can't remember the name of the band. It was a tribute band. Oh, bring your family. It's very family interactive.
Did Scott keep time all right?
What's that?
Did he keep time okay?
He did awesome.
All right, that's
Good
good.
drummer.
No one's business.
Are you motioning to adjourn?
Yes.
Do we have a second? Second. Great, all in favor?
Okay.
Get out of here. No.